In New York, the CBC's Stephen D'Souza followed one group of students as they walked out this morning from their high school in Brooklyn all the way to a mass rally in Manhattan.
With more than 6,000 students, the biggest question for organizers at Brooklyn Tech wasn't going to be how many would walk out at 10 a.m.,
You want me to take that group over there?
but whether they'd all make the trip into the city for today's protest. 15-year-old Alex Bawalski is leading the charge and is confident in his classmates.
I don't think anyone's going to go home. I trust that everyone in my school believes in this issue and really wants to fight and protest.
As the students pour into the subway, it's clear his trust isn't misplaced.
This is actually many more people than I imagined.
On board, the enthusiasm of the students is enough to warm the hearts of cynical New Yorkers. Once in Manhattan, they waste no time announcing their presence.
Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
As they arrive in Washington Square Park, their voices join the chorus of students from dozens of schools around the city. One thing you notice very quickly in this crowd is that there's something missing, and that's adults. That's because this movement was purely student-driven and student-organized.
Enough is enough! Enough is enough! What do we want? What do we want it?
Politicians in Congress are hoping that we're just going to forget, but we're not going to forget. We're going to stick to this.
The inspiration of the Parkland, Florida students is everywhere. But for many here, this is about more than school shootings. It's about gun violence in their everyday lives, including their experience with the police.
This is something that Black people have been dealing with for far too long, and we're hoping to bring awareness to that as well.
The Columbine tragedy shaped the world in which these students grew up. Today, they heard from one of the survivors, who thought that event should have been enough to inspire change.
We all developed a sense of hopelessness and helplessness that anything would ever change.
Now, for the first time in 19 years, she's optimistic.
Yes, I absolutely 100% believe in these kids.
This is a generation starting to realize its power.
Once all these kids get together, Black kids, white kids, Latina kids, kids from every different nationality and culture, this is when they start to listen.
A bit of optimism with a dose of reality.
I think I can be pessimistic about it because of what's been happening, but I'm optimistic enough to be out here.
And the students here promise, whether it's on the streets or in the ballot box, you haven't heard the last of them. Stephen D'Souza, CBC News, New York.